Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you again tonight. And it's Monday night live stamping. Let's see what we can get up to tonight. Okay, yay! It's live, it's oriented correctly, and I'm carrying on. And that's awesome. Hello Norma. Yay! Well, happy Monday, everyone. Happy March the 1st. February is done and gone, and that's the end of celebration number 1 for 2021. It's always so sad when celebration is over, and now the donkeys are retired, but that's okay. We have new stuff. You know how it's said when a door shuts, a window opens? Well, that's what Stamping Up does. When celebration is over, they bring out the Butterfly Brilliance collection. Oh, sorry, Rita. I'm live. Hang on, I gotta... Okay, so Butterfly Brilliance, yes. So this is the card we're going to make tonight, but this is the collection. And on the back side of the flyer, stop messaging me. Hi Shannon and Yvonne. Oh yay! Oh, there's Valerie. Yes, it's sad, but it was fun, and now it's over with, and we got the next stuff to look forward to. Okay, so they're calling it Butterfly Bouquet exclusive early release products. They're available starting tomorrow until May the 3rd, which is the last day of the current annual catalog, but only the designer paper and the natural touch specialty paper are retiring the 3rd of May. You'll still be able to get the bundle, the stamp set and the dies. But let me tell you, you are going to want this paper. Well, there's Holly and Janet and Julie, and hi everybody. Oh, it's so nice to have everybody here. Seems like just yesterday I was busy in my craft room with a room full of people, but it was my team. We had an amazing stamping afternoon yesterday. Okay, so what does this consist of? I didn't get the paper. Hang on. So the two things that are retiring on May the 3rd are this. Hi Mary. Hi Gloria. Yay! So nice to have people. Okay, so this is called Natural Touch Specialty Paper. And it's wood grained on one side and non-wood grained on the other. And the wood grain side has kind of embossed wood grain on it. But it's not a really deep emboss. It's just a light emboss. So I'm just trying to see if maybe I can get the embossing. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but that's the one of the things that's only available until the 3rd of May. And the other thing is this gorgeous, hi Carmen. Hang on, I got to sneeze. Oh my Lord. I know. Here. I hate it when a sneeze hangs there and you don't know whether it's coming or not. Okay. So the designer paper, this is it's 6 by 6. And it's double-sided. And you get 48 sheets in there. Yeah, 48 sheets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 8 of each sheet. So this one is these gorgeous butterflies on one side, and then the Bermuda Bay on the back. Yeah, Bermuda Bay. So that's one. This is another one. So these butterflies don't have color in the background. They got some really faint dots in there, but they're really pretty. And then there's this pattern on the other side. And then we have kind of like rainbow butterflies with those really nice, soft, subtle dots on there. And then on, look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Thank you. Oh, you're going to love this. Hi, Marlene. Thanks. Thanks, Valerie, for the blessing. Okay, more butterflies on like a cloudy sky, and that on the other side. And then this on one side, and beautiful butterflies on the other side. And then there's this one. So let me put this off to the side. I'll put it back in its package. I want to show you this. My package is ripped. I have to get a bag to put this stuff in. How do you store your 6x6? Do you leave them in the package like this, or do you put it in a Ziploc, or how do you store yours? Okay, so these two things, the designer paper and the Natural Touches specialty paper, will not be available as of May the 4th. So you have to order them before May the 3rd. But there's no limits. You can order as many packages as you want. But I want to show you this pattern in the designer paper, because you cut it out with the dies. Look at this. Fits absolutely perfectly. Look at that. And then it cuts out all the full ones in the middle, but you still have all these extra ones around the outside to fussy cut around and use as decoration on your cards. So there's that on one side of that sheet, and then this gorgeous pattern on the other. Yeah, so that's the paper. That's the stunning Butterfly Bijou designer paper. Okay, so the dies, you get this big one, and not only does it cut out that designer paper, but it cuts out the stamps. So the stamp set is actually one stamp, and when you stamp it, it die cuts out all at once with that. How easy is that? So what I've done is I've stamped a couple of times, and I just put them in a bag, and I got them loose in here so that I can use them when I want them. I don't have to keep stamping them. Pardon me. Now, so I've heard some people say that they're going to cut these apart, and you can. There's nothing to stop you from cutting them apart. Look at, there was an errant butterfly in there, because I think that's the one I chose for the inside. And then the other part of these dies is you get these beautiful detailed dies to cut out. All the same kind of butterflies. Look at them. And then there's these. Oh, you wait till you see these. So I made a couple of cards. I'm trying to find them, because I have a mess. Okay, there's this card. That's got one of those butterflies on there. But where's my other one? I've put it away because I'm doing a blog. I'm using it in a blog hop. So you get, and then there's these that do backgrounds. So this cuts out bricks that look like pavers. And this puts hash marks in there, and these do holes. Then there's a couple of full butterflies. So there's a lot in this die set. There's 12 dies, but they're a lot. So the whole collection, you get the stamp set, the dies, the designer paper, and the Natural Touch specialty paper for $97 plus shipping and tax. Not bad. Okay, so this one, I've been asked to do this technique. So next Monday, I'm going to be doing my Monday Night Live is going to be this technique. And I'm sorry, but the paper is now retired. But I might have a package or two put away to do some draws with, maybe. Okay, so that's all about the Butterfly Brilliance. So what I've used is 2 of the designer papers, and then a little bit of mint macaron, and then I cut the butterflies out of more of the designer paper, wrapped some Coastal Cabana ribbon around it. This is a sentiment from the Many Messages dies, and I'm going to show you how to use that without putting it on a block. It's really cool. And then inside I put a strip of the designer paper, and there's the butterfly that I've colored with Stampin' Blends. Then I made a custom envelope using, this is the Art Gallery Fine Art Floral designer paper. So when you open it up, I'm sorry, this is going to sound bad, but I don't like this pattern. But I really like this pattern, and it goes really well with the butterflies. So there we go. I've already made the envelope because I've showed you how to do that before, so I'm not going to waste your time. So this time I used this pattern from that. So that's already done. So the supplies I'm using are a basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, and 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 for the outside. Designer paper is 5 by 3 3/4 for that one. Then I have another piece of white that's 3 by 4. Another piece of designer paper that is going to be 2 7/8 by 3 7/8 to layer on there. So I'm going with a bit different color scheme on this one. Then I have a piece of designer paper to cut the big butterfly out of, and a piece to cut the little butterfly out of. This will do the background of the big butterfly. This is for the inside, and that's to do the sentiment. And there's my ribbon. And I already have that stamped. Okay. Step 1. Step 1. Put aside the inside pieces so I don't get mixed up. Sentiment, butterfly, that's for the inside. These are all the layering pieces, so let's get those put together first. Okay, so this has got this pattern on one side and these butterflies in a cloud. Just looks like a cloud to me. I like it. Okay, let's get this started. There we go. So did everybody have a good weekend? Ours was not bad. The weather wasn't the greatest, but that's okay because I was inside all weekend anyways. I had a big team retreat yesterday. So I'm using this one to layer on there, and there's some of those big butterflies. So I had about every 2 or 3 months I do this big party online for my team. And we stamp a bunch of cards together, and there's chocolate. I send them chocolate, and they eat it together, and there's giveaways. It's fun. Uh-oh. Here I am. It was fun, Norma. Oh, well. I forgot to put my ribbon on, but that's okay. We'll just put it on around the white. Yep, sometimes I just get nattering away and I forget what I'm doing. And then today I had to go to Comox, had an appointment up there. Oh, maybe that should have been, oh, too late. Had to go up, and I ended up in Costco too. Holy macaroni. There was a confrontation up there today because somebody was not wearing a mask. And they escorted him out. under his vehement protests. And then, of course, other people in this other guy inside Costco decided he needed to get involved in it because it wasn't good enough for Costco security to be taking care of it. Oh no. Mr. Know-It-All at the till decided it was time for him to open his big fat mouth and put his 2 cents worth in. And I had a friend who was way back at the bakery, and she could hear the yelling and screaming going on way back there. Canadian Women's Curling Championship. Oh, bet that was interesting. Yep, Carmen and Norma were at my do yesterday. We doed. Okay, so I've put tear and tape over top of this, but I don't want to take the liner off because I don't want it to stick to my card because I want to pop this up on dimensionals. So I'm leaving the liner on there. Let's do a little chopping here. I haven't watched curling in years. I have to be careful because it won't stick to this liner. So I just have to watch where I'm putting it. And who won? Who won the championship, Yvonne? Not that I'm going to know who it is, but it's nice to know. Okay, so that's that. Now this... Thanks, Louise. This I'm going to put right onto my card base. Yeah, this one I was inspired by a card that I saw by Stesha Bloodheart, who is part of the Stamping Up Artisan team this year. I love her stuff. They do a blog hop, and they do shares all the time. And if you get a chance to see the Artisan blog hop, take the time to watch it because their stuff is amazing. They have to apply to be part of the Artisan team. So they have to be pretty talented. Okay, so this is going to go, hopefully I'll get it on here straight-ish in the middle-ish. I just noticed that my designer paper is on there crooked. Oh well. New word, enjoy. Okay, so there I am. I've got the card done. Now, I'm going to do some die cutting. I need to cut Team Canada one. They're from Manitoba. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so now I need to pick a butterfly. I think this is the one I used the last time. Yeah. So let's try something. Let's try this one this time. We'll just cut that out of there like that. And then I'm going to cut a small one. Oh, I didn't get a piece of pink out to do the background. There's two small ones, and this one has slopey down wings. That reminds me of a moth. Not my favorite. So I'm going to use this other one, but it's still got a piece in there from the last time I cut it. So I'm just going to cut out one of those. Then the two solid ones, I have to use this big one to cut, so I'm just going to cut these two at the same time. And then we'll put the other one in. There we are. These cut really nice too. There we are. Put that on there. And this one is in here. Let's poke those pieces out. should have my brush out here, but I don't have it. Okay, I'll put that one back. And I'll get rid of these little pieces off of here. Okay, now we get this out. And I'm going to do this the same way that I do the big messages die. Move this up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. That's garbage. Okay, so first of all, I need to figure out which butterfly this is. So it's that one. Now I'm just going to slide my paper underneath it and die cut that out. And then this one, I think is this one here. Yeah, so I didn't go and get a piece of pink. Oh, what color did I use? I don't know. Oh, Blushing Bride. Oh my Lord, that was painful trying to get that out of the package. I'm just going to get a scrap of that and just slide it under here, and I'll cut those two butterflies out. I was wondering if that one is a little bit too close to the edge. There we go. Okay, so there's the die. And there's the butterflies. Get rid of the garbage here. There we go. Okay. Now we'll get our two butterflies back here. And I'm just going to, first of all, make sure all the little pieces are out. There we go. So I just do this to the wings. I'm not going to put anything under them, but it just gives them a little bit of lift so that they're not flat on the card. The minute you put it in the envelope, hi Wendy, the minute you put it in the envelope, it goes flat, but you know, I figure whatever condition it is when it goes out of my craft room, I forget the condition it's going to be when it arrives where it is. Because there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, so we've got glue on those, and I'm just going to set them off to the side to dry, and I'll bring this back in here now that I've got my machine out of the way. Put those somewhere that I'm not going to stick my big paws in there. All right, so now I want to use this stamp. So this is Many Messages, and it goes with the Many Messages dies. And I made Thinking of You card with that, but I'm wondering if we'll use a different one. How about Hoping Your Day is Full of Love, Laughter, and Joy? I wonder how long that one is. Okay, so I've got my stamp. And I got my die, and this goes this way, so it's, apparently I didn't clean it the last time I used it. There we are. So I just want to see how long this is. It might be a bit too long. Oh, maybe it'll be all right. See, I used this one the last time, but I think I'm going to use this one now and die cut it out with that. Okay, so I'm not even going to put it on a block because this is really cool. Just take my marker, hold it sideways, and put some ink on it. And I'm just using my Stampin' Right marker, not the blends. The blends will not work. You have to have the water-based markers to do this. There, you just make sure you've got ink on all of it. And then take your cardstock, put it down over the top, rub your finger on there. And then pick it up. There you are. And having seen this, my piece is not big enough. I need a longer piece of white. Hey, so let me cut this. There we are. We'll get a nice long piece. Okay, now, oops, wrong side. You can't use that side. That's for writing. You need to use the brush end. And don't do it this way because that destroys the tip of your marker. Do it sideways, like this. First of all, you get more ink coverage. And second of all, you won't destroy your tip. Okay, there we are. Now we'll do this again. I put that on a little funny. I'm hoping it's going to be all right when I unveil it. Nope, see? I could tell when I put it on there, it moved. And you're probably saying to yourself, you know, this would be a lot easier if you just inked it up with the ink pad and stamped it. Yeah, it would. But if I had had a proper piece of paper the first time around, I wouldn't have this issue. Okay. I'll just get the other one I cut. There, that's better. Now I'm just rubbing my fingers on it and rubbing one set of fingers and holding the other one so it doesn't move. And there you go. Perfect. Well, not quite on the end, but you know, you get the idea. Okay. Now take the die, put the die on here upside down, and this has to go in here. So I need to cut it because it is really too long. It won't fit through the machine. Let's slide that underneath. Can you guys see that? I'll put it in there a little bit more. You just slide that underneath where you want it. Of course, it never works out when you're live and you're trying to show somebody how easy it is to do this. When I did this one, it worked perfectly. Okay, there. Now I'm going to run that through the machine. Crunk, crunk, crack. And there we have it. I did bring a block out just in case I wanted to use it. So for this stamp, you need this great big huge block. And if you've got tiny hands, sometimes it's difficult to use, but the Stamparatus works really well. So you don't have to worry about rubbing and making a mess and, you know, on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Next. Butterflies. Let's finish our butterflies. Just going to line them up here like that. And I have glue on just the bodies so that the wings are still free floating. So there's one. And get the other one. There we are. Okay, card. And I'm just going to use Tombow on this because it's easier than trying to push down using the Stampin' Seal. That there. Put some on here. You guys are awful quiet tonight. What's up? Are you creating along with me? That would be cool. And then the pink one goes over here on this side. Now I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to layer it just kind of on, sort of on top of that ribbon. So I'm only going to put dimensionals along the bottom edge. So I just need to find some little pieces. Let's see what I got there. We can use that. Just cut little strips. Okay, which is the bottom? That's the bottom. I'm just going to put them right along the bottom here. Probably be easier if I used my pokey tool. So on Thursday night, I'm going to do another designer paper card. So I hope you can join me. I think the recipe is going to post Wednesday. Okay, so now we'll take the liners off of all of those. This is how you can put something half over top of something else that you don't want to have. Like if I put dimensionals on there, then my sentiment is going to be tilted, and I don't want it tilted. So I just put them on the bottom, so when I put this on over top of the ribbon, it's nice and flat. There we go. And in here somewhere, I have some rhinestones. So these ones I colored with my dark Just Jade. Stampin' Blends. So I'll color 3 of those, and then I'm going to start working on the inside while these dry, because they do have to dry. So you just go over top of them like that, and I'm going to do 3 of them. So we have green rhinestones. I could make them pink if I wanted, but multitasking, concentrating, just watching. Oh. Okay, so that's the outside, and I'll do the inside while we're waiting for those to dry. So I'm going to put some adhesive on this strip. Now, these little strips, you know, I used to throw these away. But why? Just decorate the inside. Put it on one side or the other, or across the top or across the bottom. Oh, this one's a little short. Come on, get back off there. Turn it over. It's a little short, but that's okay. You just put it on here with a border all the way around it. See? Waste not, want not. Okay, let's color the butterfly. So here's what I did. I used mint macaron and light calypso coral. Get stuff out of my way here. So I'm going to put down some light mint macaron. Oops, I didn't leave enough room for that to put the calypso coral in there. Oh well, it's life. Now I'm going to put calypso coral in there. Just make a colorful streak down there. take the dark and put some right up against his body. I don't know what butterflies look like. You know, you could spend all day looking at butterfly pictures on the internet, but hey, let's just color the way you think it needs to be. Whatever hits your fancy. If you want pink ones or yellow ones, go for it. Okay, so I'm going back over top with the light one just to blend in those harsh lines a little bit. Oh, it's so pretty. I love these two colors together. There we are. Okay, turn it around, do the other side. You are smarter than I am, Marlene. I just get so many chunks of paper in my craft room. Every once in a while I just throw things away. And then I think, well, why did I do that? Going with the light Calypso Coral, give it a little bit of pinky in there, and the dark around the edges and up against the body. Yeah, it was a boring trip to Courtney today, except that, oh my goodness, there was all the weather. We had wind and rain and sun, and thankfully there was no snow. There we are. Okay, put the lids on these. And get the light smoky slate for the body. Ta-da! Alright, so what I did was I just put it on. I put it on here flat, like that, and then I just trimmed that off. So we'll put some stamp and seal on there. I'm trying to get it so that it's not going to come up. All right. Put that right about there. And just take my... Well, I'm glad you finished them, Carmen. Sometimes I wonder if these things get finished. Okay, Val, shall we do some sponging? The one on your other card looks so real it might fly off the page. Well, thank you. This one. Yeah, I put Winky on it. Valerie, am I sponging? Just put some Wink Estella over top of this. And I'm not worried about reactivating the ink because it's all done in Stampin' Blends. And then, if you want, just do a little bit on the ones on the designer paper too. Because you know, it's all about the bling. Okay. Sponge. It macaron. A little bit of sponging around the edge. we are. Just for you, Val. Okay. I'm thinking this one needs to be blended a little bit more. It's a little too stark on the corner. And I know I've already done the Wink of Stella on it, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. There we are. Okay. Put that on the inside of the card. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love butterflies. They're so happy. But I seem to remember having a class and somebody does not like butterflies in my world. Okay, these should be dry now. I think I'll put one down there. Just leave it. Me and my commitment issues, you know. There we are. And I've already made the envelope, so we don't have to make the envelope. Now, you can go in with your Wink of Stella and put Winky on the butterflies. Just, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Do you think we're going to get more snow? I was kind of leery when I went out today, and you know the saying is March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, or comes in like a lamb, goes out like a lion. What is this bode for the end of the month? But I had icky weather. It was rainy, it was windy, so maybe it came in like, not a lion, maybe a lioness. There we are. Make those butterflies rise up into the air. There you go. There's our card. What do you think? Pretty. Oh, I love the Winky on there. And this ribbon has a bit of a sheen to it. So there you go, ladies. There's our card for today. Now, did I post the recipe? That's what I need to go and look and see if I posted the recipe. I thought I did. Let me go to that spot. Yes, I did. So if you want to make this card, I posted the recipe at 8 o'clock this morning. So you can do it with, of course you could do it with anything, right? Any kind of designer paper. Flowers, butterflies, birds. Thank you. You ladies are so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't want any more snow. It's almost time. Uh-huh. Oh, I wonder how many days. What's the date? The 1st? Haha. 20 days. 20 days. We head out to Tofino. Thank you, Judy. You're very welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for your kind comments. Thanks, Val. I try. Doing those Friday late night stamping where you guys tell me what to do gets me out of my comfort zone. Yeah, those are really stretching me. But it's good. So I just want to show you, these are the rest of the butterflies. That's that one. That's that one. I've already cut some out. I used the ombre paper for that one. And then I have a piece of purple posy to go in behind it. And that's out of another piece of that also ombre paper. This one too. I colored that one. This one, I originally had the butterfly like this, but I think that's too dark. But it's pretty. This goes under here. And this goes under here. And then this one is out of the designer paper. I just fussy cut it. And there's another one that I colored in Magenta Madness. So lots of different kinds of butterflies. Thank you. Hello, Helen. Oh, Shannon, me too. I wasn't sure I needed another butterfly stamp set, but this one is so different from the other ones. Do you remember, those of you that have been around here for a while, we had that great big huge monarch one that was like this big? Oh, that was so fun to do. Oh, good. Julie, I'm glad you made it along with me. You're very welcome, Egon. Ah, inside of the card, I can do that. There you go. So this one I sponged. The original one I did not sponge. So there we are. There's the cards. Oh, oh, Holly, good. Yeah, I got rid of it. I do have the one with the great big other dies, whatever that butterfly one is called that's in the annual catalog. We've had that a few years, and I really like that one. It's pretty. Okay, ladies, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to go now because I need to have my tea, last tea with hubby before he goes to bed, because he's up at like some ungodly hour of 4:30 in the morning to do his snow plowing job. And then I'll be back in my craft room tonight making some more cards. I have to get all my cards made before we go camping so that I can have my posts set up so you guys don't miss me too bad while I'm gone. Thanks everyone, and I will see you Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and we'll make another card, another fun foldy card using designer paper as the base. Thanks for spending time with me tonight. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.